The meatball is the best part. Ta-da! I really like this dish. Today we're making Bún Riêu, aka Vietnamese crab and pork noodle soup. Welcome back to the kitchen. Today we're making my favorite noodles, Bún Riêu. I feel like Bún Riêu is like super underrated compared to like its pho counterparts, but I think it's super delicious and flavorful. It centers around the riêu, which is the crab and pork meatball, and it's super easy to put together. So let's do it. First, we're gonna start with some ground pork. You can just use any ground pork with whatever percentage of fat and lean you want. Live your best life. So first we're gonna add crab. I'm using canned crab because I can't afford real crab in this economy. You can also use real crab if you can afford it. We're gonna add this, it's called crab paste in like soybean oil. This will add more crab and more, there we go. More crab and more flavor. So you're just gonna pour the whole thing in here. There we go. Next, we're gonna add some green onions and an egg. Now, we mix everything together. My mom also does a version where she adds minced shrimp too, and I think that's bomb, but I'm too lazy to mince some shrimp. This is a lot of work already, so boom. And that's it for the meatballs. That's the hardest part. Next, we're gonna saute the onions and the tomato just to release some flavor and color for the broth. Oil. I'm using coconut oil because that's all I got right now, but you can use any veggie oil you have. Once it's heated, you're gonna drop in the onions. Saute this for like a minute or two. And then you're gonna add in the tomatoes. Oh my gosh, things are just flying everywhere. Just wanna cook it for like a minute until the tomatoes slightly soften. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of the Bún Riêu. Smells so good. All right, now you turn off the pan. We're gonna take this off the heat. Okay, so for the broth, we have chicken stock and water, and you wanna bring it to a boil. The tomato and onion mixture we cooked earlier. Okay, I think this pot's too small, but whatever. So now that it's boiling, we're gonna drop in the meatballs. Drop in the meatballs. You can pack them by hand, but I'm just gonna use 2 spoons because I'm lazy. So you're gonna go like that, you're gonna drop them in. Last meatball. All right. Cool. So make sure you give it a stir so they sink to the bottom. Now we have our meatballs in, we're gonna season the broth. The Bún Riêu seasoning that we used earlier to marinate the tomatoes. Do about 1 tablespoon of sugar. We're gonna also use shrimp paste. It's super dank, but I promise it's bomb in this. So we're gonna use about a teaspoon of shrimp paste, but you can add more or less to taste. I also leave shrimp paste at the table when it's served so that people can add it to their bowls. Last but not least, we're gonna add some fried tofu in there. This is the fried tofu that I use. I just buy it at the Asian market and it's already fried for you. If they don't have it near your place, I just recommend buying tofu and frying it yourself. Half a pack is kind of full. Give it a few minutes for the tofu to warm up, and then that's it. To assemble our bowls, we have some vermicelli noodles that I just boiled to package directions. All you do is just boil it for a few minutes and then you just drain it. Super easy. So traditionally it's served with some shredded cabbage. I'm gonna put some right here. And then a lime.